Hey guys, this is UnicornCornHorn and welcome to my channel, and finally welcome to the third part of my Zootopia figure reviews. This is Nick and Finnick and I've been waiting for a long time to do this review, and I'm really excited because, you know, Nick is my favorite character and practically Nick is everybody's favorite character, so what are we talking about here? And to all of you who didn't know, I already did 2 Zootopia figure reviews, Mr. Big and Kevin and Mabel Weather and Judy Hopps. So if you're interested in them, you can go click here and go watch them, but I suggest you to stay because we're going to review the box and then we're going to open them. Let's do this! If you've seen 2 of my previous videos, you already pretty much noticed that all boxes in the series are the same, and this one is not the exception. On top of each box you can see 2 pictures of 2 main characters, Nick Wilde and Judy Hopps. The name of the movie, in some countries it's called Zootropolis, in some countries Zootopia. Actually, the name of the movie is Zootopia, but because of the copyright, in some countries it's called Zootropolis. And the back side of the box looks like this. Here you can see 2 pictures of 2 figures, and I'm sorry for this little defect I have in here. And down below you can see a picture with all those figures which are available in this line. And in 2 of my previous videos I've already mentioned an exclusive Target set where you can find all those guys all together, so if you're interested in this information you can click here and watch it. And now let's read the description. Nick and Finnick. Nick and Finnick are small-time con artists with big chips on their shoulders. Nick is charming and clever, while Finnick is bitter about always being mistaken for a toddler. Together they use their strengths to pull off scams. So yes, this was my review of the box, and now let's open our 2 partners in crime and look at all the awesome details I hope to see. So this is Finnick and he's Nick's partner in crime, and I assume that he's a fennec fox because of his name, like Finnick and Fennec. It sounds logical to me. And let me just say that I really like the paint job on his face. This is the figure with the best paint job on his face that I've seen so far in the Zootopia line, and I really like his facial expression. And I also love his big ears. They're like really smooth and it's really pleasant to touch them. I also like those details inside of his ears and all those fur details on his forehead. It's really cool. He's wearing a black shirt, and the shirt also has a really nice sculpt because you can see like even the zipper, I assume that's the zipper, 2 buttons and all those stitches and folds like on his back. It's really cool. Like, which is not cool, it's the thing between his legs, but the same thing between figure's legs has Mr. Big's figure, and I assume that it is made for the figure to stand, and this is working as a stand, so I'm not going to complain about it like a long time. And these are his feet, and they're also really cute. And finally he has his tail, and I don't think that they did a good job with the sculpt and details on his tail. I think they could have added some more fur details on his tail, but nah, he's really cute. As for articulation, as I figured out so far when I tried to remove him out of the box and his head just fell off, that he has a joint in his neck, so apparently he can rotate his head, and he also can like do this a little bit, but just a little bit, and you should be careful because his head can like fall off like one more time. And his tail also rotatable, like I can rotate it, and also his tail has a really important function because it just helps him to hold his balance, because if I move his tail in this up position, the figure is just falling, and yes, and if I put his tail down, I just can make him to stand. So this is Nick Wilde, and he's one of the main characters in the movie alongside with Judy Hopps. And let's start with his face. Let me say that I really like his facial expression. I don't really pleased with the paint job on his face, but comparing with the Mabel Vezes figure, the paint job on his face looks almost excellent, because I didn't like Mabel Vezes figure at all. I really like the sculpt on his head and at the back of on his head, and I really like the paint job on his ears, like this gradient from the dark to bright color. It's really nice, and he's wearing a green shirt with a tie, also green colored, and it's also really detailed. You can even see like this little pocket in here, and I really like this shiny print. It's really cool that they did this thing to his shirt, and it's really nice. And his arms also really well made. Because look at his palms, you can even see like all those lines on his palms, and this is really really cool. And his pants are not so detailed, but you can also see like stitches and folds on the back side of his knees, and these are his feet, and you can even see those little claws, but it's a set that they're not painted, but nah, I can deal with it. And this is his tail, and it also has a really nice sculpt and a really nice paint job with this also like this gradient. And as for the articulation, he can rotate his head all the way around like this. His arms are moving up and down. They also rotate like this and like this. His legs can be moved only like this, and I tried to make him to sit, but it's kind of a problem because of his tail, and this is like I don't know, I just can't, like, this is the best position you can put him, like if you want him to sit. So nah, despite all of those like flaws, but I actually don't see like a lot of flaws in here, and I really like those two figures. This was my review on Wilde and Finnick figures from the Zootopia movie, and one more time I just gotta say that I really like those figures, and I'm really glad that I bought them. So if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will probably do more. Goodbye, have a nice day. Oh, finally this series is over. I'm so tired with the Zootopia figure reviews. Find something else. Make a new video about something else. I need some more variety, don't you understand it?